Welcome to Seeing This. We are excited for this bonus episode. It is the 35th anniversary
Yay.
of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990, March 30th. Wow, what a time. Erica, you weren't even born. We won't even begin there. I was 4. Adrian was 3. And I think until me and Adrian actually got to be in person together, 3 of us got to record together, go watch our episode on weapons. But me and Adrian, after that recording, went to go watch Turtles. And I think that's the first time I'd seen it in theater. Had you?
I don't think I've seen it in theater. I
Right?
remember seeing part 2, Secret of the Ooze in theater.
Secret of the Ooze, right.
But I don't remember seeing this one in theater.
Yeah, I think we would have been too young. And I just remember probably like the VHS tapes, or maybe it was on TV. But yeah, today we are doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990. I am the movie Mamba Michael Ornelas, the Gerber babyface assassin, Adrian Cedeno, and the feisty Pisces Erica McMullen. I went out of order there. Usually I do Erica first. Me and Adrian are excited about this. Erica has certain thoughts. She didn't join us at the movie theater. But what's your relation to the Turtles, Erica? Have you seen all of the movies that have come out? Did you play the video game? Did you?
I definitely have not seen all of the movies that have ever come out for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The cartoon?
I vaguely remember seeing my brother watch the cartoon every now and then.
Not even any of the reboots? Like, you haven't seen any of the cartoon reboots or nothing?
No.
Man.
No, and the crazy thing is too, is like my brother wasn't even alive when this movie came out.
Right,
like
right.
We were both not even concepts in our parents' minds yet.
You're far from coming into existence at that point.
Yeah. I do remember the first time I watched this movie, like it was with all of my boy cousins, and they were having a great time and watching it. And I just remembered like not being impressed and being a little freaked out by the turtles.
So like the actual, you're talking about like these original ones, like the way they use the costume and the animatronic face. It was freaky to you. Wow.
It was not my favorite. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adrian,
Which is weird.
I can understand that. I can understand that for sure.
But I mean, you like Jim Henson's other work, like his puppets and animatronics, like from The Labyrinth or the Muppets.
But I think the difference is that like Muppets is definitely just in general way different than what the Turtles are. Like everybody loves the Muppets. Like the Muppets are more.
I mean, Gonzo's pretty freaky looking.
Yeah, fair, but they're very, very friendly. And then Labyrinth, you have to realize I didn't see Labyrinth until I was an adult.
Yeah, that's fair.
So like not that I wasn't allowed to, it just wasn't a movie that was played in our household just because of how young. Yeah, because just of how young my brother and I were. So I didn't see that until I was an adult. So seeing the Ninja Turtles like as a child, like a young child, I wasn't a fan of it.
I can definitely relate. I remember as a little kid being scared of Mac and Me, like the little alien guy that whistles.
Yeah.
And it's a silly movie, no reason to be scared of it, but as a little kid I was terrified of that.
Yeah.
But these turtles are not that at all. They're perfect.
I don't think so either. But I mean, I think something we might discover in our conversation is like the Turtles are very boy centric. Like it speaks to the young boys of the world versus necessarily the girls. Is there an equivalent, Erica? Like what would you say is the equivalent for you when you were a young little girl?
I mean,
I mean, that was even later though.
No, like the Powerpuff Girls, like for sure, but there was never really like they never did a live action
Sailor
movie.
They haven't done live action Sailor Moon either though, right?
Yeah. No, so they haven't. So it's like I never had like I only had the cartoon to worry about versus like these really creepy turtles that we have to deal with.
But I think the cartoon is what set it up. Like I don't think it would be as good if it wasn't for the cartoons, and the cartoons.
But like I said, that's not a cartoon that I personally watch. Right. Like you said, like Powerpuff Girls, but like I grew up watching like Cat Dog and Rocket Power and stuff. So it was
You're Nickelodeon's kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was a Nickelodeon kid for sure, and a Cartoon Network. Like we used to watch
Shoobies.
we we used to
Rocket
watch
Power was a good
Dexter's
one.
Laboratory and all of that kind of stuff. So
we were talking about it, Adrian, at the movie theater, but like the Turtles started as a comic book in 1984, and then we got the
Animated.
video or the animated show, and then the video game,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then after the video game, the arcade video game, where like if you were a millennial, you fucking were on that thing.
You were dropping $10 in quarters in that thing.
All kinds of quarters going into that machine. It was like that and the Simpsons game.
Yeah.
They're pretty much like the same kind of game.
You try to
but
get
then
3 people with you. Like, let's go.
Yeah,
let's
you got to roll.
this.
Let's go to the arcade and beat the game. And then this movie came out, and I think it was just a perfect accumulation of like what is now IP that has set the Turtles on this long decade long journey of many reboots, sequels. We'll get to that in one of our categories. But this one is a classic. Adrian, why don't you? I mean, clearly you grew up with the Turtles. You're fighting for them. You got the shirt on. But let us know, what does Letterboxd say about the Turtles and who's in this movie?
All right, so we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990, directed by Steve Barron. Hey, dude, this is no cartoon. A quartet of humanoid turtles, trained by their mentor in ninjutsu, must learn to work together to face the menace of Shredder and the Foot Clan.
Lovely. And now these actors in this movie, you might recognize some names, but not all of them. Give me, let's go through the first like 8 names.
Here's the tough part, because a lot of the characters were multiple people. So like Leonardo, his voice is one person, but the guy in the actual costume made it in somebody else.
Correct.
And it's like that throughout. So we have Brian Tochi as Leonardo, his voice.
His voice, yeah.
Josh Pais as Raphael's voice. He's also the passenger in a car. Corey Feldman.
Remember in the cab when like Raph gets hit by the cab and he's like, "What the hell was that?" Like,
it looked like,
and it's pretty much him.
It looked like a big turtle in a trench coat.
And that's him talking about himself, yes. At least the voice of Raph. Yeah.
And then Corey Feldman was the voice of Donatello.
Sure.
Robbie Rist, the voice of Michelangelo. Judith Hogue as April O'Neil.
Yeah.
Elias Koteas as Casey Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Clash, the voice of Splinter. David
Now, if
McCarran.
I may, real quick, wait. We can't go over Kevin Clash like that. Do you know who Kevin Clash is? Either of you?
I'm bad with names. You can't do
Fair
that
enough.
to me.
That's fair. He is the creator. Well, probably. He does a lot of puppet work because he is the creator and voice of Elmo.
So he actually had some heat come on him, right? He had some issues with little kids or little girls.
Nah, bro, you're breaking. Hey,
no, I'm
don't
telling
be
you
giving
something
fake
about
news.
Elmo. Something about the dude that did Elmo. It might not have been him, but there was
you
stuff in the
can't
news.
throw that out there. You got let's look it up.
Who else does Elmo? Who else does Elmo?
Bro, you can't be making accusations like that.
All right,
and not have your facts straight. Okay.
I just remember him in the news. I don't know.
You're tripping. Elmo gets hacked all the time on Twitter. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
No.
Eric, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He just got hacked a few weeks ago.
It was, a couple weeks ago where he.
Yeah, man, we're trying to have a good time talking about the Turtles, and you're over here shitting on the creator of Elmo.
I'm not shitting on anybody. I like Elmo.
We don't accept any Elmo slander on this podcast.
He was only Elmo from 85 to 2012.
And what else have you found? Fake news?
Only? That's such a long time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So let's proceed.
Let's proceed, yeah.
Let's proceed. Like you mentioned, directed by Steve Barron. But let's get into our categories here. And this one, I think, is going to have a lot of debate off the bat. The Will Smith, does this still slap? After just watching it in the theater, I'd say absolutely. Adrian?
Absolutely. Still smacks.
Had a great time. And just before you give your response, Erica, we were with your family, who, granted, may have been brainwashed by you watching the Turtles from a young age, but they all seem to have had a great time. Your daughter, my goddaughter Leah, was laughing, having a good time, stayed awake the whole time.
I got news. I got an update.
Oh dear.
Kevin Clash, the former puppeteer of Elmo, faced allegations of sexual abuse involving minors, which he denied. The charges were ultimately dismissed due to the statute of limitations, allowing him to clear his name legally. Although the controversy led to his resignation from Sesame Street in 2012.
You want to provide your source?
Wikipedia, The Hollywood Reporter, CBS News, Time.
Okay, take it easy. Okay, got it. Thank you for that breaking news. Doing your due diligence. Back to Turtles. Erica, does it still slap? Well, actually, did you rewatch it for this? You didn't, did you?
I did. Yeah, because I
Wow.
knew you guys would appreciate me rewatching it.
Thank you. Yes, we do. And you say?
I'm gonna say no, just because I just don't think I enjoy this movie. I think I'd be curious, like you said, Adrian's family might be a little bit brainwashed into like automatically liking this, or like having watched it, probably more often than any times like that it was in our family. But I would be curious to see how like a younger girl generation felt about this movie. Now, I
My
don't
daughter
wanna
was there, and that was the first time she's really seen it.
Hold on. I don't wanna, like, gender the movie at all, because I don't really believe in that, but like Michael was saying, this is a very, like, male-centered movie, like, the personalities are very type A male kind of, personalities thrown at your way. So I'd be curious to see how, like, a younger girl generation would respond to this, because I definitely didn't respond well to this, like, as a kid, and, like, as an adult, it does nothing for me.
Sure.
I don't think it still slaps, but I think that's just because I just don't enjoy this movie. Like, I just think it's stupid.
The first inclination I got that this might be, more centered towards boys is I showed a friend this movie, shout out Charlie, and she had never seen the Turtles, and we watched this one, and she ended up giving it like a 3.5 on Letterboxd, but definitely could tell like it wasn't hitting the way it does for me and Adrian. And then we tried watching like The Secret of the Ooze, and we made it like 5 minutes. That one's pretty that one's pretty tough as far as does it still slap. I'd argue that one might be a no, speaking unbiasedly. But for this one, 2 yeses and a no, but we'll put an asterisk on that. Let's move forward to the Gladiator 2 unnecessary sequel. What happens in the sequel? Well, we got plenty to choose from.
So I'll go out on a limb and say that 2 was still good. The unnecessary one was 3, when
Turtles
they go
in Time.
when they go back in time to Japan, to feudal Japan. That one was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of the sequels that have come out, like The Secret of the Ooze, is much cornier. Like it's not as dark, right? It's much more silly and like, but it has so many like moments. You get Vanilla Ice show up, Go Ninja Go. Like just so many different moments in that movie that are cemented into my brain for sure. I will say though, of all of them, the one that came out in 2023, the Mutant Mayhem, Seth Rogen produced and wrote with Evan Goldberg. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the animated one, right?
That's the animated one. And I think that actually was good for like our generation and for the youth. Like they're proper teenagers from New York. Erica, did you watch that? You have a
No.
face. Oh, you know,
why would I
Seth
watch
Rogen,
that?
right? You like Seth Rogen.
Yeah, but why would I watch anything? Like I'm telling you, like it was not a staple of my childhood. Like I didn't enjoy this movie. Like this movie does not do anything for me. So like the Ninja Turtles don't do anything for me.
That's just odd considering you recommended Fantastic Planet.
I did. Well, I did, but
okay,
Erica had seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I recommended it to her to watch, and then yeah. But that's way different than fucking Turtles.
Very different.
That's a whole cerebral.
But those are super bizarre, like lame movies.
Go back to the tape. Adrian liked Fantastic Planet.
I know, but it's like you can't compare the animation and that animated movie to like I don't know. I guess
You're right. You can't.
well, even like the new Ninja Turtles, like you're not giving it a chance at all is kind of,
because
Bro, but that's
I don't enjoy the story. I think the story's just like I don't like it's like I said, it wasn't a part. It was very much
yeah.
not in my time frame of like I know that my brother had enjoyed like some of it and like some of the stuff, but like it really wasn't like we were definitely like Star Wars children and
Sure.
there was definitely like things that happened in our household, but the Ninja Turtles weren't one of them. So like it doesn't appeal to me at all.
I think Adrian is going to be like dying on this hill to try to convince you and anyone that doesn't fuck with the turtles like this is the best. I imagine like
no.
correct me. No.
It's
Wait,
not for
hold on.
everybody, for sure. It's a brotherhood. It's some different. Like I get that it's different for, girls and stuff. That's why I mentioned like my daughter was there. I was interested in seeing how she
But she's
reacted.
a caveat because she like, bro, you look at your
She's
look
the
behind you. It's all
outlier
like, yeah, like
Even
even if
then,
she hasn't watched it, like she's a bit of an outlier as far as like
being
yeah,
the
because it's in the
like
household.
yeah.
She's
yeah.
aware, and her brothers put it on her. But what I was getting at is, I don't think she likes it. Like I don't think it's her jam the same way
Mm,
it's not
mm,
Erica's.
sure.
But I don't think she's like against it. Like, oh, they're creepy, and I'm not gonna watch it, and I don't ever want to watch it again.
Mm.
I guess
And
my thing is like
that's the
I would
thing.
never
Like,
go out of my way to
To
watch
do
a Ninja
turtle,
Turtle
yeah.
movie. So
right,
like when a new
right.
one releases, I'm not excited about it. It's not like, "Oh my god," on my list of like I need to go to see that versus like other franchises, other horror films that come
Well,
out.
well,
I think
get
if
ready, Erica.
I think if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did like a real horror kind of flick, I'd be into that.
Get ready.
It's coming.
The turtles are working on The Last Ronin,
Yeah.
which is a story about the last Ninja Turtle that survives, and it's darker and psychological, and The Last Ronin is on the horizon. We'll be covering it, folks. Stand by.
And it's supposed to be
Okay.
animated, right?
I don't
Alex
know
Ronan?
about that. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I haven't heard one way or the other for that one. But let's go to our next category. The Whip Whitaker from Flight No Fly Zone. What hasn't aged well? Is there anything when you guys were watching that you feel doesn't hold up, didn't age well in this movie?
Let's hear from Adrian.
Well, the one that like stuck out to me the most, and we were laughing in the theater, and people were laughing in the theater, was when they hop out of the back of the truck and they pull up, and it's like the rain, and they're going back to New York, and they hop out, and he's like, "Oh, now I know what it feels like to travel without a green card." I was like,
Oh, sure.
"Damn!" Like,
Sure. Little sensitive
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Did you have anything, Erica?
I'm like, that was
Yeah,
pretty
green card.
like
I still
Yeah.
read the
laughed. It was funny.
read the room, read the climate.
I don't know. I don't know if it necessarily didn't age well or is a no fly zone, but like April gets clocked a couple times. Like
Mhm.
she gets hit, and it's not like a soft little tat. Like she gets hit a couple times, but
Yeah.
But it was a
it's the
slap, and she goes down like a sack of potatoes. Come on.
well. Nonetheless, I'm just saying you don't see that a lot, especially in like a cartoon, like a comic book Ninja Turtle kind of movie. So just for the genre of the turtles themselves. Outside of that, honestly, I think it slaps or it holds up great. But one of the funniest jokes is when they take Casey Jones down into like their lair in the sewer, and he's like all uncomfortable, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to sleep here." He's like, "Oh, you're a claustrophobic." What? I've never even looked at another guy, you know? It's just so good. It's like a joke that went over my head as a kid, right? Like
Yeah.
it's so good. Okay, let's move on. We have the M. Night Shyamalan twist ending. What is a twist ending you guys would have liked to have seen? Anything come to mind?
That I would have liked to see, or just a twist ending that would have been like,
Sure,
Uh,
either one.
when Shredder attacks Splinter with the sphere, he whips him and flips him around with his superhuman old guy
Strength of
strength,
a
but
yeah.
he falls with them, and they both go down into the dumpster. That would have been
Ooh,
like Ooh, okay.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. The only one, the twist that I had was, so Danny, who is April's boss's son, right? Who's also kind of like
The klepto,
trying to be part of the clan. If the turtles and specifically Raph find out that he's the one that dined them all out at the beginning to like, hey, I know where the turtles are, and they fucking Raph comes and fucks him up. Like I feel like he gets off like perfectly unscathed in this. Danny
Yeah.
does. And I think if like the turtles would have found out, specifically Raph, that like, yeah, like this
I don't
kid
think
should
it's
have
loaded, kid.
yeah, he should have got some kind of beating.
Yeah.
Erica, you have anything?
The twist would have been that I liked this movie.
Yeah, big twist. Fair enough. Fair enough. No country for cold takes. Hot takes. Any hot takes about this movie?
Erica doesn't like it.
That is well, you know. Well, I'll say this then for my hot take. I think this is the best adaptation from a comic book that we've ever gotten.
No.
What do you got? You're going to say like a Spider-Man or something?
No. Literally one of my favorite movies. V for Vendetta is a graphic novel. It's considered a comic book. Nothing will ever
you're right.
come for me, nothing will ever come closer to that film.
I would say, given the timing of like the 1990s, the way this film was shot, we were talking about like the cinematography in this movie, the score. It's very much a turn of the decade from the 80s to 90s, the way it looks, feels, the grittiness of like a dirty New York before it got cleaned up.
They got cleaned up?
I think well, relative to what it was. I think just for the time and everything considered, it's the best adaptation of a comic book. I love V for Vendetta. It's got a very important message.
You're going to put that over The Dark Knight?
You know, okay, let me refine my take. My hot take is that it's the best. It's the best first adaptation. You know what I mean? Like
it started it.
Yeah, the first like adaptation from a comic of its IP. So like obviously we have Batman from the what was it, like the 60s with Adam West, and like you know, more adaptations came, Tim Burton, so on and so forth. But like the Turtles are the best first adaptation of its comic book lore. That's my take. That's my hot take. Okay, let's go on to the next category. The Winona Ryder, I'm stealing this. The best prop or clothing to own from this movie. Erica, you go first. What are you taking?
I know I said they were creepy, but there's this one, I forget what it was on. Like there was this one episode of like weird kids who had like obsessions with things. And this one girl literally
sounds like a real show.
It is a real show. This one girl had made all of the Ninja Turtle heads. So she had Raphael, Leonardo, she had all of them. And so I think it would be really funny to just have one of the heads.
Not the whole costume, just the head.
Not the whole costume. Just like the head, like mounted like a moose head, like on the wall.
like he's been fucking Shredder over here. He's been hunted, the turtle head. I mean, listen, I've looked into it. They're out there. You can find.
Oh yeah,
and they're
pretty
quality.
Good.
And they're movie quality.
They're expensive as hell, but yeah, they're out there.
So I think in one of the movies, maybe TMNT, it was like an actual animated movie, but like Splinter has all the heads or all the masks of all the enemies and all this stuff that they faced on his wall like that. So it's kind of cool. I think.
Yeah.
I think that'd be dope. Have Shredder's helmet. Have
Shredder's helmet.
Casey Jones's hockey mask.
So like all the masks, you take like the bandanas.
He's like, let me have all the evil guys' masks, and I was like, how cool would it be to have a Ninja Turtle head hanging on the wall?
I'm actually, you know, I think I whispered it to me and Adrian were whispering in the theater together. It's very romantic. I mentioned to Adrian, like, I would take those drawings that April did of the turtles, and this fucking Danny kid, he's like, oh, can I have one? And then he just folds it like a fucking kid and puts it in his pocket. It's like, this motherfucker, dude, those are dope drawings. So yeah, I'd take those. All right, now we go to Castaway Recasting. Who would you recast in the role? I'm going to jump off on this because I was just talking about him. Danny, played by Michael Turney, who again is the kid that goes to the clan. He's only been in 3 projects his entire career, so he either didn't really take off or chose something else. But you know who I thought of that would have been perfect for that kind of role? He would have been 12, 13 years old during production. Fucking Edward Furlong from T2 fame.
Okay.
He's got that dark, gritty kind of side. At that time, definitely a strong actor. He's also in American History X. And funny enough, T2 came out, I think, what, like
91?
No, it's older than that. It's
89?
84. Hold on.
T2?
Yeah, dude. It's in the 80s. Terminator 2. You're just kidding. 1991. Good job. The first one came out in 84. That's
Adrian was ready to fight you, dude.
Good job. Way to go. You're here breaking all the reports of sexual abuse and correcting the release of a film. Great job. But yeah, I think this would have, like, him doing that just before going into T2, like, would have been great for this movie and also his career. T2's next level up. So that's my recasting. I don't know if you guys thought of anyone.
I like that.
I can definitely see like when he was young. Obviously, I think around this time, I'm not sure he was young enough, but like a young Matt Dillon would have been funny too, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like as what? Like
as the character
Danny?
you're talking about. Yeah, as Danny. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. I like Matt Dillon. He's going to be coming out in a movie that's going to be he's coming out in a new movie that's going to be featured at TIFF. So make sure to follow, like, comment, subscribe. Going to be at TIFF covering
I love
this.
Matt
Hopefully
Dillon.
he's there.
He's great.
Yeah, Matt Dillon's great. Something About Mary, Wild Things.
Something About Mary.
Wild Things. We got to cover that. When's that anniversary? Whew. Anyways, okay, let's move forward. Castaway. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to mention, more specifically for you guys, but everyone's part of the tribe. You can listen. So for recasting, I think we should do as we've done recasting, and then when we get to John Leguizamo, it should be a new character. Because we're already recasting here. You get what I'm saying? And not to like spring that on you now as we're recording, but we should do that moving forward. But before we get there, that brings us to the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito in Twins double feature. What would you recommend with this movie, Adrian? What would you recommend with?
I would recommend the new one, the 2023 version, the Seth Rogen.
You took mine. That's what I had. Yeah. For sure. Yeah,
because it worked well.
I thought you were gonna go with the Ooze, because it's the direct follow up to this one, but it is. I hate to say it. It is a bit hard to watch. Like, it is a little. It's just too corny and silly. But
I'll admit it. Like, Secret of the Ooze was like a guilty pleasure. You know what I mean? Sure. Like that. Yeah. Like, I loved it just because it was turtles.
Num nums.
Yeah, like like, it is funny. It does have its moments, but yeah, for sure, it's definitely more of a.
The costumes are a bit different.
It's like a funner kid movie, where I think, like, to Erica's point, it is a little darker and creepier for younger kids. Like 3, 4, 5 years old, they may think this is scary. Where part 2, I think it was meant for like 4, 5, 6-year-olds to think it's funny and cute, So of course it was more corny.
They wanted the larger audience, so let's make it more kid friendly. Yeah,
but I believe the comics were dark and to begin with.
Sure. Erica, any double feature or just go straight to V for Vendetta, which I have back here?
No. I think, like, if we want to watch like martial arts from a girl's perspective, to watch Charlie's Angels, the one with Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. The first one, obviously, I definitely love the second one as well. But again, like another like corny movie, but it centers around like these powerful women who are defeating stuff, and you get to see Sam Rockwell do the sexy dance, so there's nothing wrong with that. So.
And you get Sam Rockwell in this movie, like his first role, if I'm not mistaken. He's one of the kids with the clan.
With the most boys.
It's so funny seeing him, like, because I remember as a kid or when I first watched this, like, he sticks out. Like, certain actors stick out, even if it's like a side role, and then to see what he becomes.
He is beyond fucking talented, and I wish that
Yeah.
we saw him in way more film than we do. Him and his wife both
He's pretty
very,
busy.
very, very
Yeah.
talented. Mm.
I think I consciously got introduced to him in The Green Mile because he is such a
Which
like
is so,
crazy fucking
it's so
character.
crazy too that when people see that film as their first film they've ever seen Sam Rockwell in, because it's
You only
very
see him as like a villain.
it's very difficult to see him as anything else because of how well he played that character.
Well, see, that's how it is for me, but that's the version of Sam Rockwell I've ever seen. So when I seen Green Mile, I'm like, that's Foot Clan right there. Like I'm pointing him out. Like I know that guy. You know,
right.
Yeah.
You're like Leo. Hey. All right. Well, let's get to our awards. The Julia Roberts and Pretty Women. Big mistake. Huge award. Biggest nitpick. Did you guys have some nitpicks for this movie?
Mine is how like their voices don't sync perfectly with the way their mouth moves. Yeah. Like for them getting the animatronics moving so good, like man, you think they would kind of get like their lips to kind of fluctuate a little bit more so you could see like they're making it like words. I don't know.
How spoiled we are though. Like what a tasks to pull that off for as good as it was, but that's fair. There's a few times like I think when Mikey comes up and he's like, "Let's go for it," like for the pizza or something, it's like way off and real weird.
Yeah.
Erica, you have any nitpicks?
No, it was the same thing as that. And it's really funny you mentioned that because in an episode of Community, they're like in a G.I. Joe setting. And that's one of the jokes is that the ad-libbing is like off on it. And it's like, they're like, oh yeah, what if we're just like an 80s comic where like the voice and the speaking don't match. I was like, it's so perfect.
It's kind of like in I mean, it's a different joke, but like in Wayne's World when they have the second one when they do like the Japanese dub and it's like the lips are just completely different from what's being said.
Very on brand.
Well, I have the winner of this award. I have the winner of this award, and it's the fact that Splinter is left completely unguarded. Danny goes and visits Splinter on multiple occasions, is able to get the key to free him at the end, and gets absolutely no pushback from anyone on it. Like, this fucking kid needs to get his ass beat by somebody.
That is a good nitpick. Like, oh, what if Danny and Sam Rockwell's character go at it at the end too? Like, that would have been good.
Like he teaches them. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's move forward. John Leguizamo. This movie needs a Latin. What Latin actor would we want to add to this movie? Do you guys have someone? I have someone in mind. No,
this is like my worst category, guys. Like recasting. I have a hard time thinking of characters and actors.
Who do you have in mind?
Well, I got one for you. Again, this is just an additional character, like I'd say leader because he's probably a little bit older at this time of the clan. Danny Trejo is right fucking there. He'd be a great member of the clan,
instead
like
of Tatsu?
unmasked. I think like I said, we should add a character instead of take away since we're already recasting. And Tatsu, because it is from like Japan, like the Japanese gangs and the Japanese immigrants they talk about are like, oh, this is what was happening in Japan. I think we need to keep Tatsu or keep that character be Japanese. But like like kind of the elder leader of like the
Foot Clan.
Foot Clan, like he's like the martial arts, whatever, but Danny Trejo's like the muscle or something, just to have him like Sam Rockwell, just a small little role, plug him in. I think he'd fit nicely in there.
I think the April's boss could have been recast as a Hispanic dude, like just trying to get her reeled in. But although the police chief was Hispanic, right?
You're supposed to have the answers here, Adrian.
I mean, I got the letterbox right here, but let me see.
Well, but the whole point is we could do a whole movie, lean on me, but we still need another Latin. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're trying to pump it up. Yeah. So we'll go with Danny Trejo there. The Samwise Gamgee Most Underrated Character Award. Do you have an underrated character in this movie that should have got more praise?
Sam Rockwell. He has like 4 lines, but they're like big and important lines. Like he just like dimes everybody out and is like, hey, go check the warehouse over there. And then he's like, oh, okay, cool. When they're out of there, like there should have been a little more.
That's another thing. That's kind of a nitpick too. All these kids have been creating this crime spree. and it's like, okay, you told us where the layer is or whatever the hell. Okay, see ya. And just leaves them all to be.
Forget about the body that's compressed or condensed in the trash can.
Yeah. No, nothing to see here again. So I went a bit unconventional with underrated character, and I'm saying the score. Another thing that I mentioned to Adrian when we're watching, like the music in this movie is unlike anything I think I've heard for a film of this tone. Again, when it's dark and heavy and whatever, the score matches it. When it's like Looney Tunes, it matches it. Like this score is such a staple of this movie and time, and I don't think there's been a score like it. And you guys listening, find me a score that's comparable to this, because I think there's nothing like this. And Adrian, on your letterbox, I think you said you want to find the vinyl, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
MC Hammer.
Send us the links if you guys out there in YouTube land, on podcast land, know where we can find that vinyl.
Power. TURTLE power.
That's a banger. We got to find that soundtrack. If you guys have the vinyl, let us know. Erica's cringing over here. All right, next we'll go to the daughter in Hereditary. Oh shit moment award. What do we have for like an oh shit moment in this one?
The oh shit moment when Shredder does then hang there until you die.
And you think like Splinter's
like
pretty
Splinters,
much.
Yeah.
I mean, they do a good job of making Splinter look like on his last limb, like the animatronics again to be like.
And then all of a sudden at the end, he's all super strong and can carry a freaking.
Hey man, that ooze is powerful, man.
160-pound guy with all this metal on.
It's like Superman. He just needs a little sun, even though there's like no sun between when he gets out to the top. But Erica, did you have anything?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Where you're like, oh shit.
You think he's done for, and you're like, oh no. Like I said, like, this movie just does nothing for me. So it's like, oh, he's not gonna die probably.
Clearly. Like, oh shit, I have to watch this.
Oh shit, there's still 20 more minutes.
Mine is also mine is also Shredder related, and I'm putting myself back to like the first time watching this and not really picking up on the foreshadowing or not knowing like the turtle story. But when we find out that Shredder removes his mask and he's actually who Splinter has been talking about this whole time, it's right? Orokosaki. And you realize like, oh, Shredder is this guy that killed Splinter's master, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's supposed to be a bit of a oh shit moment. Like, oh, the Shredder is the same guy, you know what I mean? Obviously with years and it doesn't hit the same now, but that was mine. This is going to be a good one. The Rocky Balboa Gut Punch Award, most emotional scene. And let me tell you, I felt it in the theater watching.
Oh my God.
What was it? What was it, Mikey? What was the most emotional scene?
So there's two. I think the first one is, why are you laughing, Erica? This is serious shit. This is serious shit, okay? When Raph wakes up in the tub and you see Leo's reaction and he starts apologizing and Raph is like, Leo, don't. And they just hug. I could kind of feel it. Anyways, so that one. And then when they do the meditation and they like reach out to Splinter and like Splinter's telling them like how proud they are and how proud he is of them.
For being able to come together.
Yeah. And then they finish the meditation and they're all like, Mikey's got a tear and he's like the funny one that's never really like emotional that way. Like, have a goddamn soul, Eric. Are you kidding me?
I'll add, because my wife has seen this movie way too many times and I was pissing her off just sitting there like reciting every line. Like, this is one movie I could recite every single character's line before they do it, and she kept having to like elbow me and like, shh, stop. Yeah. But it was like her first time really actually sitting and paying attention.
Then he changed seats and sat next to me and started doing it to me.
So it was like really like the first time my wife was able to sit and like pay attention and watch it and like enjoy it. And at that point where like Michelangelo has a tear, I think it was the first time she realized like, ah, and she like made that sound like, ah. And I was like, how have you not Like, have you not known this?
Like it's
Like,
new.
yeah,
Like it's new to her.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, that's my point. That you can have a movie like this and still have my glasses are fogging up. It's hot in here. I swear, it's not. It's not. That's all it is. But like you can have a movie like this and it literally can have that kind of impact. I don't know about like for the kids. I don't know like if that registers, but no love for that scene, Erica. Did nothing for you. You're like, this is silly. It's grown men and fucking costumes. God damn it, you don't have a soul. Okay, onwards to the Coleman Domingo Best Dressed Award. I mean, listen, I don't know. Erica? What do you think? Who's the best dressed? This is
Why are we
your
asking me
category, the
this
Coleman
question?
Domingo.
I know you want my input.
Because you're our co-host on this goddamn podcast.
She's Sam Rockwell with the torn jeans and a ripped up tank top.
No, you know what? This is what I'll say, because even though they freaked me out, like you said, doing the live action and the animatronics, I'm just gonna say like the main four turtles, man, like having the way that they did it for the time that it came out.
The costumes themselves.
The costumes themselves, just the costume department should get a huge shout out for being able to do that and produce. I mean, obviously, like you guys love this movie. Obviously, it doesn't hit for me, and that'll be a hot take for people. But the fact that it still holds up for you guys is like a testament to how well that they were able to create these beings with their costumes.
100%.
Mm.
And one cool thing that happened, so Fathom Events shout out for all these like movie anniversaries they're putting back on the big screen, because people like me and Adrian and people our age haven't had a chance to see a movie like this on the big screen. And Jaws is going to be coming up. We'll be covering that. But one cool thing they did for this movie is like they had like, I don't know, like 5 to 8 minutes before the movie started. They showed this like sneak peek of a documentary that's really like the only place that has like behind the scenes and like the making of
40 years
and, like, just
of turtles,
and it shows like some of them like trying the martial arts in these costumes, and the fact that it looks that good and you can move like that is a testament of like how good those costumes really are. I think if we're talking costume in that regard, you're right. That wins. If we're talking best dress, shout out April O'Neil.
So I'm gonna say it's usually, I know it's not usually what we go for in this category, but they definitely deserve to be recognized.
We can make an exception here.
Casey Jones in his just sweatpants and a freaking tank top the whole time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
and
yeah.
Sweatpants that are way too small.
I appreciate that this movie does things that pay homage to like the act, like you're saying with Casey Jones, and then April O'Neil has like the yellow jacket at the beginning
with the scrunchy socks and high top shoes, like sneakers.
And then how convenient they're at the farmhouse, and suddenly she has this like hot red tank top to wear around Casey.
And he just like pushes her down and gives her a massage.
Oh, you're right. That might not age well. I don't know. What did you think about that, Erica? A bit forceful, eh?
Yeah, it didn't age well.
They're playing the game.
Right. She was playing hard to get.
New director, who dis? Is there a director whose version we'd like to see? I mean, this is almost a perfect movie, so it's hard to say anyone. But if you want to go dark and gritty, I was thinking David Fincher. The likes of Seven, Fight Club, The Game, The Killer. I think it's a similar kind of dark procedural kind of tone and element that he would do. Funny enough, I've been trying, like I told you on Weapons, Erica, I watched Aliens. I started Alien 3, which is directed by David Fincher. It's his first feature movie, which he really has regrets on. Let me tell you, that movie is batshit crazy. Yes. Like, I've only made it halfway through. I need to finish it. But we talk about Alien and Aliens being separate movies, but still good. This is like on literally another planet, and just what the fuck is going on here? Yeah,
we just pretend that one doesn't.
But I go to David Fincher there. Yeah, I mean it's hard. I want to finish it. I obviously want to finish it to get through all of them before I do Alien Earth. But yeah. Okay. Last award, and the Oscar goes to, if you could give an Oscar to score. Yeah,
for sure.
Erica?
What, like the choreography? is that a category? They don't do anything for
Like the
like
stunt work?
yeah, like maybe like stunts and stuff like that, just because of how, like you said, how well incorporated they were doing martial arts with like these big ass turtles. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so score one underrated character. Stunt work I think is good. Like the fights look pretty good. Like they're doing a lot of
mhm.
different things when they fall into the antique shop and like they're using the things there. One thing I told
Lumberjack.
Adrian. Another thing that I told Adrian that's great is the movie pays homage to the video game. Like when the Foot Clan member hits like the electrical post and gets like electrocuted, like that's something that happens in the video game. When Leo does his
Mhm.
spin with the knives, something you can do in the video game. So I really appreciate those, like even back then, little kind of Easter eggs that they do. Fellow Chucker, eh? Like so many great fucking, to
That was some
Adrian's
good
point.
graphics. You just be like spinning some
Yeah.
nunchucks. That was good.
To your point, like I didn't realize how quotable this movie is until I was watching it. Like, oh, I know this line coming. Oh, Adrian just said it fucking 2 seconds ago. Yeah, I know. I know this one. But yeah, I think score, stunts, and then just another shot. We're giving 3 Oscars here on this one. Cinematography, like for what the movie is, a lot of the camera work, where they're spinning around Raph when he's like upset, realizing that Splinter's been taken. Like they're doing a lot of more creative things than they need to for this kind of movie, and I think that's what helps it hold up. Just a couple things to wrap up. Robin Williams, who was a big fan of the franchise, provided Judith Hoag, who plays April O'Neil, with information about her character because of his comic book collection. He was a big Turtles fan. So another reason to love Robin Williams. Sorry, Erica. He loved the Turtles. Another interesting tidbit. This was the highest grossing independent film until the Blair Witch Project came out.
Oh
It made
wow.
$135 million in the domestic box office and 66 million in the foreign box office. So that's a 9-year run of being the highest grossing independent film. And yeah, like you said, there's a lot of the actors who play the turtles or do the voice of the turtle end up playing other roles in this movie. What a good time. You know, it was so great that we got to see it in theater. Erica, I
It was.
appreciate you watching this, even if it's not your jam. The Sound of Music is coming to theaters. We will watch it. Don't you worry. And then we can be, or at least I'll probably be on the. I'm curious. You think I'll like it, huh?
I'm
Well,
gonna skip it,
so
okay?
I'm we're definitely gonna go see Jaws in the theater because I think that's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. And then I do
Yes.
want to see The Sound of Music in theaters. I just think you're really just gonna appreciate just the movie overall.
Couldn't hear
What
what you
happened?
said, but I'm gonna assume that the recording will pick it up.
Oh, hopefully. Can you hear me?
Towards the end of the episode, your delay tends to really pick up, but
I don't know
it works
why.
in the back end. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Now I don't hear you at all, but I can see you talking.
What the hell?
Can you?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah. Now I can. Yeah, it's fine. We'll make it all work. I think that's a good sign to wrap it up. But Jaws, for those of you listening, is coming out, if I'm not mistaken,
Literally what I just said.
2 weeks from now. So keep an eye out. Go watch Jaws in theaters, and then we'll be covering that on a 50th anniversary episode. And there she goes, just like that. So, like, comment, subscribe, become a part of the tribe. You can find us at Seen This Pod across all of our socials. Seen This Email at Gmail is our email account. Send us an email. Let us know what you think. Tell us ideas for an episode you want us to cover. We're happy to do so. And you can go to our website to find everything, seenthispod.com. Until
Email
next
in
time.
and let Erica know how crazy she is for not liking the franchise.
Yeah, send all your hate to seenthisemail@gmail. Subject line, Erica is tripping.
Yeah.
But until next time, cowabunga. Stay safe.
Let's go.